Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. You're just going to join me today for whatever today holds. We're going to start out heading to a breakfast, and then we're going to make a strawberry shortcake with biscuits. So stay tuned.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside.
So let's go ahead and get started on the strawberry shortcakes. We got a lot to do. Today I want to go, I usually just sit at home, work at home, and then when Bryant and I go do things together. But today I kind of want to go do some out and about things, just me, like shopping. That's just not quite as fun. What did I do with my, well, we'll go with 1/4 of a cup, but I need 2 cups. I'm not going to waste time getting it out. And it's approximate. This is self-rising. 2, let me count. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's approximately 2 cups. I'm not an exact baker because I know these have a feel. I know the feel of the dough I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm gonna take the rings off. And what I want, I don't have my milk out. That's okay. I'm gonna get about 1/4 of a cup. I'm just gonna eyeball about 1/4 of a cup of Crisco or lard. It's not actually Crisco, it's off-brand. This is self-rising flour. Oh, let me get that to the side. I'm not ready for my Crisco yet because I want to add in some sugar. I want to put some sugar in this dough. Where's my... All right. And I'm going to put about 1/4 of a cup of sugar in there. That may be a little too much, but I can't imagine this being really good without some sugar in it. I think it needs a little sugar. So we're going to add 1/4 of a cup and see how we go. This is trial and error for me. I did not look up a recipe. I just thought, well, I'll make my biscuits, you know, like I know how to make biscuits and just add sugar. And so that's what we're doing. We're making biscuits just like we know how to make biscuits. You could do the 2-ingredient biscuits that I love to make. I just wanted to save my heavy cream for the whipped cream. So I'm just going to now take my fingers. This is a blending fork. I get this on Amazon. I love to cut in my lard with this. It's wonderful. And I'm just going to go in and make sure it's all broken in pretty good. There's no big chunks. All right, so let me grab my milk and we will be right back as soon as I can find my little... Okay, so I did not have any buttermilk, and I kind of don't want the twang of the buttermilk in the strawberry shortcake, so we're actually going to make it with whole milk. Well, this is not whole milk, it's 2%, but regular milk. And I just eyeball it until I get, I start with maybe 1/2 cup. And I mix it until I know the consistency I want. But it's better to start with a little and add a little at a time than it is to start with a lot and over pour your milk. But it's easily fixed either way. If you add too much milk, and I'm just adding a splash at a time. If you add too much milk, then by all means you can just add a little more flour to it. It's, I remember before I could make biscuits, I made it so complicated. I made it so hard, and it really wasn't that hard. I just needed to learn the consistency I was looking for and go from there. And it's at a point where I'm mixing with hand now. And let me show you. I'm going to bring the bowl over there. I have my wonderful dough here, but as you can see, I have a little bit of loose flour. So I'm just going to ever so gently put a splash of milk on my dough, just a little bit, just a splash, and then flop that dough around and pick up any of that loose flour on the edges. That's not necessary. That's just the way I do things. But you could definitely make the Formula L biscuits. You could make the 2-ingredient biscuits, whatever you want to make here. Look who can.
Hey.
He knew I was cooking and he just comes in. It's a sixth sense. He just knows when I'm cooking. All right. So we are going to just take a little bit of flour and I'm just going to sprinkle it on right on my counter. If you have a board, use a board. I'm not going to drag out my board because I'm just not. We're making strawberry shortcakes, but with biscuits.
Sounds good.
All right. And I like to get this out. Let me grab my pan and get it ready and greased up, and we'll be right back. All right, so I have my baking sheet here, my well-loved, as you can tell, baking sheet. And I'm using, this is probably maybe a 2.5-inch biscuit cutter. I think it's about 2.5-inch. And I just dip it in the flour. Remember, I've said this on all my biscuit videos. You don't want to twist when you cut them. You just want to go straight down and pull straight up. If you twist it, it seals the edges and they won't rise. Now, I want these good and fluffy because, you know, like I said, I like an angel food cake, strawberry shortcake. So nice and fluffy suits me. So therefore, I'm not going to put the biscuits right up next to each other. I am going to put the biscuits right up next to each other because if I separate them, they'll get crusty and baked good on all sides. I want them to rise and they climb up each other when they're touching, and the sides stay protected and soft. So depending on what kind of biscuit you want, if you're wanting a crusty, crunchy biscuit, which is what I like, not brisket, biscuit, which is what I like on with gravy. I love a good biscuit that's brown on all edges with my gravy. But with this strawberry, I kind of want it fluffy and moist, good and moist. And so I'm going to put them up next to each other, and I want them tall. So what little bit I have left, I'm going to just kind of reform. Knead a little bit, just a couple of times. I'm not going to knead it much. And we're going to cut out the rest of the biscuits. Okay guys, we're going to finish doing this. I've got my oven preheated to about 400. I could go up to 425, but I think I've got it on 400. And we're just going to get these in the oven, and I'll see you when we come back. So now we're just going to clean up a little bit. I just use my bench scraper and I scrape my excess flour right back into my bowl. Bryant's grandma had a bowl, a biscuit bowl, and she would make biscuits in the bowl, have flour in it, make her biscuits, and then just leave the bowl and keep flour in it and just keep replenishing the flour in that bowl and never really empty it out, which I think is a great idea. But I just don't have the place I feel safe storing open flour and stuff like that. So let's talk about flour. I use self-rising flour for my biscuits. The only biscuits I don't use self-rising flour on is my Formula L, and it's already in the mix. So I always use self-rising flour because you don't have to add the baking powder and the salt and all that. It's already there. You just have to add the vegetable shortening, or if you're making 2-ingredient biscuits, you only have to use self-rising flour and heavy cream, and that's it. So we're going to see how these biscuits turn out. I've added sugar and I've made them with milk instead of buttermilk. So we're going to see how they turn out. I'm going to get out, remember, fresh strawberries are better, but I'm trying to use up the ones I bought for Easter, which is the already frozen and already sweetened. So now, while their biscuits are making, we're going to make some whipped cream. So stay tuned and we'll get everything out I need for that. All right, so let's get started on our whipped cream. I do bring out my my stand mixer for that. But, you know, just because I love it so. So I'm going in here with 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. This was something else I needed to use up. I mean, it was still well in date, but I don't have any plans to use it anytime soon. So I wanted to go ahead and get it used up. I'm just going to start it and get it kind of frothy, not firm, but just frothy. And then once it starts getting a little bubbles in it, we'll start adding in 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. And I just slowly turn it up just to keep from splattering myself. Okay, I'm going in with my powdered sugar now. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of vanilla flavoring or vanilla extract, whichever you use. That's probably 2 teaspoons I went in with. You use as much or little as you like. As it thickens, you can increase the speed. And just like that, we have whipped cream. We have delicious whipped cream, just like that. That was in real time. I did not edit that at all. That is real time, and that's how fast it goes, and that's how easy it is. And it's better than Cool Whip. Much better. Okay, waiting on the biscuits. Okay guys, here is that beautiful, beautiful biscuit. Look how thick and fluffy that is. So, and I've already cut it in half, so we're just going to cut it, and I'm going to put, these are the strawberries. Now let me tell you, if you have fresh strawberries, which I say is preferable, I'm just trying to use these up like I've said before. What you want to do is slice them real pretty, make them pretty slices. Put about 1/4 cup of sugar and just let them sit for a little while. Kind of stir them occasionally and just let the juices create, and it will be absolutely delicious. Okay, so I've got some strawberries on here. I want to put a dollop of whipped cream, and I just want to take my biscuit and set it across, and look at that deliciousness right there. Okay, so let's take a picture and then give it a taste. Picture has been taken. So now it is the taste test to see how I like the biscuit instead of angel food cake. That's pretty doggone good, if I say so myself. Definitely a different texture than angel food cake, but oh my, that is good. That is super delicious good. So, good old Southern Strawberry Shortcake. It doesn't get any better than that. So, I'm going to clean up. You want to see the pan of biscuits? They do have a little bit different texture. The sugar gave them a little bit, almost a crumbly more texture. But look how pretty they are. Aren't they beautiful? And they just rose. So look how tall they rose up. Like, isn't that beautiful? So anybody can make biscuits. Trust me. I tried for years and I just needed the right situation and to figure out the right texture. Once you figure that out, it is so easy. And I say the best way to figure that out is to find you some Formula L biscuit mix. Just one bag. One bag. Make the recipe on the back. Feel that texture. And then you'll know what you're looking for in any biscuit recipe. So, or try my 2-ingredient biscuits. Feel that. Now, I will say that texture is different from normal biscuits because it almost feels like a Play-Doh, but they just are so good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this even though I'm going to the gym. So, actually, I'm only going to eat a little bit of it. I'll leave the rest for Bryant and these for the boys and let them have some strawberry shortcake. So thank you guys. Hang tight. We're going to spend the rest of the day together doing something. I'm not sure what, but we're going to be doing something together and we're going to have fun. We're going to go to town. We're just going to have fun. I started to say, oh no, he took my car, but he did. Oops, sorry. That was probably loud. I hit the microphone. He didn't take my car. So let's go to town. Let's clean up and then go to town. Y'all, I'm so struggling today. Today's one of those days I don't want to do nothing, but I want to do something. And I need to be doing a lot here. I need to be doing some laundry. I need to be getting out summer clothes, switching those out. Yes. I want to be doing something, but my radio was blaring. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm just going to go to town. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go to town. We're going to do something. So let's go. There's Daniel and Isaac fixing the fence. Doing a magnificent job. They're blocking the road. But that's okay. They're doing a great job. Trying to get this fence mended that was knocked down by the driver. Okay guys, here is where we've cleared off all these trees, getting ready to make overflow parking. We're going to keep the shed for right now. We could have some picnics for the youth and stuff under that lean-to. So we're going to go over here and we're going to go down to the house and just see what the men are up to, what they're working on. This is the view of the side of the house. And we're going to go around here. The driveway is bumpy. Sorry if I shake a little bit, but the driveway is super bumpy. I know you can't see it real well, but up there, there's a little cabin that's on the property as well. And we're going to pan around here. This is the front of the rent house that the men are working on, getting it fixed up and everything. So let's go in and see what they're up to. Oh, let me show you my favorite part of the property. If you've seen any of my videos on this, you've probably seen my favorite part. but the pond. My favorite part. All right, well, they've got everything painted, some crown molding put up. Still need to get the floors down, but they've done tons of stuff. It's looking so much better. Still have, like I said, floors to go. This room over here, let me show you this room. It was all that really dark paneling. They painted it and it looks so good. So good. So we're down to the, the wire, the last little bit to get done. And these men at this church have worked so hard, volunteering their time, their talents, their efforts, just everything. They just have been wonderful. And so this is one of my favorite parts of the house. I'm hoping they leave it. I'm not sure what they're going to do, but yeah, I love the rock fireplace that divides the living room from the kitchen. But here's another bedroom. I mean, it's a big house. It's a really big house.
Hey.
I'm in the laundry room now, but look at these cabinets. This is like a canner's dream, storage dream. And they have a little sink. This is really a nice house. Well, I'm back home. I talked myself out of joining the gym today. Just talked it out of it today. Hang on, Isaac's yelling at me. They're still working on the fence. And he needs me to take him back up there. But anyway, so I didn't join the gym today. I want to think about it another couple of days. I don't know. Today I've just been out of sorts. I've just not been my normal self. It's just been a weird day. So, all right, let's take Isaac back up to the fence spot. And I'm going to get this video edited and out to you. So I'll see you guys later on the Farm and Pastor's Wife. Remember, the grease is hot enough. You can fry anything. Even if my days don't make sense to you. I enjoy you being with me. So, all right. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, y'all. I can't hang up the phone.